Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And some room to run now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Jackson now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. 53, Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Watch the ready.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 84 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Looking deep for Gabriel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Look at me, zipper. Check me out, check me out. Watch the air. Go out. Jim.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll set up a throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He's got his man, Boyd. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Get it. On the run, it's Ware. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Go. Check. 53's Mike. Greystone travel. Man, that's trash. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker able to connect, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, they're starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 11, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
On the ready. Yes, yes.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Five.
Man, I got you. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Let's go, D. 53's the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
You ain't doing nothing.
Hey, lock it.
You ain't doing nothing.
Be tripping.
They'll look to throw here. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson is going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
First down, Ravens.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Demir Bird, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Sure. Go.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, Mixon. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, Orbit, look at me, zipper.
59, Mike the 59. Better bring it. You better bring it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the go.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. All day, punt. 53 is the mic. Let's go.
2nd and 13. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for DeMarcus Robinson. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 13.
53. Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Bravo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 19-yard field.
Gay's kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Hey.
2nd and 4. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Come on, step.
Out of the gun now on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going to try and throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Bernard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run again with Bernard.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Check 26, check 26.
And a Raven first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now, Jackson. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Ready, 6. Line 36.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He got 29 yards that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Number 53,
64, B.
Second and 5. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here we go again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taylor Gabriel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick.